Have you ever had this happen? You sit down at your desk to work, you're not quite sure what to do, so you open up your calendar and you rifle through it, and then you shuffle through some pages and you move stack from here to there, and then maybe you go over and you clean out the pencil cup and you get rid of the pens if the ink isn't working anymore, and you feel like you're doing something, 'cause you're organizing and you're doing all that. And then you fire up the internet and you get on Facebook and you scroll for a little while, and after a little bit of that you decide to go check your email, so you pop over there, and the next thing you know, you look up and lo and behold, 2 hours have gone by and you have done nothing. I mean, not a thing. Hi, my name is Shelley, and I am a productivity and mindset coach for midlife entrepreneurs. And if you've ever had that happen to you, trust me, you are not alone. We've all done it. I've done it too. Everyone has struggled with this. Here's the reason, though, that we do that. We sit down to work and we have this kind of fuzzy idea of, I need to do something, but we haven't taken the time to really think it through, get very precise on what it is we need to do, and really boil it down to task A, task B, task C, that are very, very specific tasks. Instead, we sit down with those big goals and think, I need to write a book, or I need to work on my website, or I need to do some client work, or I need to write a proposal. And yet those are all big things, and they're all big things we're going to have to do in our businesses depending on our business, but they by themselves are not going to tell us what specifically to do when we sit down to work during our work time. And so as a result, we sit down with this hazy idea, and then we find that we've wasted 2 hours because we didn't know the specific tasks that we needed to take to move forward. So if that's something that you struggle with, and if you do, no shame, no blame, you are not alone. We've all been there. But if you struggle with that, here's what you need to do. You need to, first off, you need to take a notebook or something, and you need to go sit somewhere comfortable with your favorite beverage, whatever it is, and you need to get really crystal clear on what it is that you are wanting to accomplish. Are you trying to write a book? Are you trying to write a blog post? Are you trying to create a line of products? Are you trying to work on a promotional series for some people? Are you doing some client work? What exactly is it that you need to do? Those are your bigger goals. And then once you've got some of those big things written down on paper, then you need to look at each one of those things, and now you need to get really specific. And I mean really specific. I don't mean, fuzzy and nebulous and hazy. Really specific. Okay, what are the exact steps that you need to do to accomplish that? For example, if you are fixing to start working on writing a book, you need to get very specific. You need to figure out a title. Once you've decided on your topic, you need to do some outlining. What topics are you going to cover? You need to allow time for research for each of those topics. You need to outline the entire book. You need to outline the entire chapter. And you notice I'm just kind of freewheeling here. You'll do the same thing. Don't worry about everything must be linear and in order when I first start brainstorming. Your first task simply is to decide, what is it I need to get done? Once you've then spent some real serious time figuring out all of those little bitty tiny steps that you need to do, now you can go back and you can put those things in a logical sequence so that you can start working your way through all of those different things. And then once you've got that done, those little bitty tasks, now you can go to your calendar or your planner and you can look at your time blocks and you can identify when you are going to do each of those specific tasks. That way, when you sit down to work, you look at your calendar, you know that, okay, today I'm working on outlining a chapter, or today I need to research a particular topic for a book chapter or for a blog post or something that you're working on. But when you sit down, you have something very specific. What you don't want to do is sit down to your calendar and see, oh, I need to write a book today, or oh, I need to write a blog post today, because those are too big. Those are encompassing goals that have sub goals and tasks underneath them. So if that's something that you struggle with, know, first of all, you are not by yourself. Okay, lots of people struggle with this. I've struggled with this too. And then the next thing you need to do is get crystal clear on exactly what is the goal, what is success going to look like, how do you know when you've got it done, and then work backwards. What are all of those little bitty teeny tiny pieces, steps, tasks, and things that you have to get done? You know, what are those little pieces, little bricks that you need to do though that you achieve that goal in the time frame that you're wanting it to. That will guide your work plan. That way you don't have to every day reinvent the wheel. It'll guide your work plan and let you know that you are laying those bricks, following those steps, and making progress towards that ultimate goal. If this has been helpful, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel or leave me a comment. You can find me at my website at ShellySieglerMerchant.com, or you can find me on Facebook at New Entrepreneurial Women.